All wings report in.
HouseDog, standing by.
MotherGoose, standing by.
Lowtech Tuck, standing by.
Lock S-foils in attack position. Animal Squadron ready for battle.
Well, hello there, and welcome back to the Animal Squadron podcast. I'm your host, HouseDog, and with me, as always, the guy I can always count on. He's always here to record. He's been on more episodes than me. The one and only Lowtech Tuck.
What up, everybody? How y'all doing?
In the club?
In the club? We all fam. Wait, what?
In the club. We all fam.
What does that mean?
In the club, we're all real poof.
What are you, racist?
No, it's just me and Tuck this week. Elijah's PC took a dump on him, and he's now dead.
Yep. R.I.P. We're
So
very
it's just
sad.
the boys.
Just the boys.
I thought about calling Josh and seeing if he wanted to come on, but
Just make this just absolutely no supervision at all. Like we're just
supervision.
doing whatever. Yeah.
No supervision. No, we're sad. Elijah's computer died. He wishes he could be here.
Yeah.
And we wish he was here.
We do. We'll never recover.
But, you know, it's also nice to have a little Mac and Tuck episode. Oh, God, my tinnitus. Sorry. Sometimes that just happens randomly.
Just a little ring.
Yeah, just that nice, subtle ring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I get it, too.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's nice.
Yeah, good old machine shops. They'll do it to you.
Yeah, we're here. We're randomly doing a Mando episode because that's what Elijah told us to do.
That's right. And we have honored our promise where we just keep going through Mandalorian. We have stops. But we'll get through the whole series eventually.
One day.
It will not be 2024.
No, we're running out of time for that.
But on the other hand, I'm just going to predict it. 2025, I think we'll finish it.
I don't even think in 2025.
You don't think we'll do like 10 more episodes in 2025?
No, because we've got Skeleton Crew right around the corner.
That's true. But that still leaves us like probably like February, March, April time frame. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out in post.
Yeah, in post.
Yeah, I mean, and by post, I mean post this year. We'll figure it out.
Been a great year, though.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I mean, certainly since 2020, I feel like each year has gotten better than the last one. So hopefully we just keep rolling with that.
Yeah, because we added you.
Aw, you don't mean that.
I do.
Flattery will get you everywhere, HouseDog.
I know.
That's so sweet.
Well, I'm just going to get upset if we don't talk about Mando at some point.
Oh, we're going to. Yeah. We're going to.
Yeah, so welcome back. We're talking about Mando Chapter 14.
The tragedy.
The tragedy that is Elijah. You know what? It's kind of funny that Elijah's computer died, and we're covering an episode called The Tragedy.
In the midst of the biggest tragedy of our lives.
That's true.
Yep. How ironic.
Yeah, no, we were talking before we got on pod about how we both completely forgot that this is what this episode was until you looked at the description or played the episode.
Yeah, and it's one of the best ones. I mean, but it's just it's been long enough.
A favorite from season 2.
Oh yeah. I mean, just the depth of it and the action in it is just amazing.
Well, I mean, not a ton happens really, but
yeah,
like a lot of events do occur in this episode, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But like as far as like furthering story and everything, or like not even that, it does further the story. I'm having a hard time here. I feel like we haven't done a pod in a
basically
while.
the whole episode accomplishes one plot point, and that's pretty much it. Yep.
And by the way, I hope everyone had a great Halloween. Thanksgiving's right around the corner.
Also, too, Merry Christmas. We'll just throw that out there. And happy other holidays as well.
Whenever we go, like, you know, a holiday or something comes up, or we, like, pre-record an episode, and then we have, like, a week off or something.
Yeah.
I always feel like I gotta find my rhythm again whenever we do record.
Oh, yeah. No, I get that. Yeah.
But, yeah, you said it for me. It furthers one plot point, but no, we get Boba back finally. And it made me really upset whenever I watched this episode to think about Tamara Morrison not wanting to come back to do more Boba or clones.
Yeah. I mean, I get the point that maybe it's kind of a Hugh Jackman thing where it's just, you know, like maybe he's just tired of the character, that's just like his one major role and he wants to branch out and do other stuff. Or also, too, I mean, maybe he kind of wants to retire. I don't know.
It was sad that Book of Boba Fett got handled the way it did and that it got overshadowed by Mando. They should have never let Mando in the show. That completely killed any type of hype and progress that Tamara Morrison was going to make as this character. Because everybody was so hungry for, like, we got to think about whenever this came out. Mando was ripping and running, man. And then we got Book of Boba Fett because we were on pause for Mando. So they filled it with Boba. And then bringing Mando back into his show just kind of killed it, in my opinion. There were some parts of Boba that I didn't like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but on that note, too, I think it would have been better, and, you know, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think maybe it would have been better if they were planning to put Mando in Boba Fett and mix the two together to maybe have some more time. Like, maybe do that in, like, season 2.
Season 2.
Or something like that. You know, like, kind of make the show a little longer. Make that first season a little longer. Just because I really feel like there was a really good plot going that just kind of got destroyed. Yep.
Well, as classic as a character as Boba is, he wasn't going to compete with how successful the Mandalorian show was at that time.
Yeah, and also the Mandalorian show had the advantage of Din being an original brand new character. And so people were more invested in him at the time because he was the hot new thing, not the character that's been around for 40 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. It really does. But no, because the beginning of Boba was incredible. I loved all the Tusken stuff. I loved that.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that he had to find himself again. I thought it was really good for us to go back and learn who this character was because we didn't know anything about him.
Yeah. And also, too, I mean, that was really the first time that we get to see Boba's character in depth. Because really, other than that, of course you have comics and books, but I just mean like in a live action series, that was really the first time that we really get to see Boba and explore his character. Because really, other than that, like in the movies, he was a fan favorite, which is why he got all this attention, but he has does he have 2 lines in all of the original movies?
I want to say more than 2, but more than 10.
Not prequels, just original trilogy.
Yeah, original trilogy, no more than 10.
Yeah. And then prequel, even still, I bet it's probably 20 lines. 30.
If that.
Maybe. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, and then we get Boba back in Clone Wars for those couple arcs.
Yeah, but even still, he's just a kid at that time. Like, it's not the adult Boba that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, but no. Let's talk about this episode. Give me your highs.
Well, so one high that I had about this episode was we get to see a little bit more about how the force sensitive calling out in the force looks, or at least this interpretation of it, where Grogu's sat on the temple altar thing, and then like the blue shield goes around him, and then like just that laser beam shoots off into space. Like I thought that was cool. Like even if that's not exactly how it works, I like that interpretation just because it's so visual on how it could work.
It gives us something.
Yeah, and I really liked it.
Yeah, just that like aura type deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also too, I think it showed a little bit to Grogu's power, which I was a fan of. Just because, I mean, like, yes, he is still a child, but at the same time too, like, he still had, I don't know, 40 years of experience at the time, even though he was a child. So I picture him as while being a baby, still an ultra powerful baby. And this looked cool.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of funny going back to these episodes after they've been out. Like, whenever Mando was running, like, I was watching I would literally wait until midnight to watch the new episode. Mm-hmm. But I feel like whenever we revisit series, like, I feel like the episodes are more impactful now than they were whenever they dropped, because I was just injecting the Star Wars crack pipe into me as quick as I could.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. And then also I think too that it helps to go back and watch it now that also we've seen The Mandalorian all the way through season 3. We've seen Ahsoka. We've seen, all this stuff that I think also really kind of enhances it whenever you go back and watch it.
Is this the part where we glaze our Lord and Savior?
Dave Aroni and cheese? I love that man. Yeah. I love him.
Dude, I hope nothing ever bad happens to Dave Filoni.
Me neither.
Because, like, I don't know.
He's just everything I've wanted out of Star Wars.
Yeah. Like, the day that George Lucas dies, like, if Dave doesn't inherit everything, if Dave doesn't inherit the Star Wars kingdom, I'm not going to say I won't ever watch a Star Wars thing again or consume Star Wars, but it'll be a hard road.
Oh yeah, well, and my trust will be broken. And like they'll need to do some things to earn my trust back.
Yeah.
Yep. Just cuz Dave's just that good, man. He really is.
He gets Star Wars. I saw an interesting post. This is why I love Mac and Tuck episodes. Is because we can just meander as we will.
Oh yeah, just a careful stroll just through the episode. We're just hanging.
But no, I saw a post the other day, and it was an interview that Dave did, and he was like, "I really like that people enjoy Darth Vader and everything," but it was kind of like a real, I don't know, just kind of like bringing things back down to earth. He was like, you should not want to emulate Darth Vader.
Yeah.
He's who he is for a reason. He's a bad person. He kills people. You should not want to be Darth Vader. His character is a warning for what happens if you don't check yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Also on that note, though, Darth Vader is sick.
Oh, no, he's cool. Super cool. And that was the cool thing about the post is he was like, yes, Darth Vader is a super cool character. I'm glad people enjoy Darth Vader. I want you to enjoy Darth Vader. And every time he pops up on screen. Mm-hmm. But you should not want to be Darth Vader.
Well, yeah, and it's also like, it's a similar thing. Like, you shouldn't make your whole personality about, like, the Joker from Batman. That's kind of a weird thing to do. Like
which one?
Oh, no matter what. I'm just saying, like, if you're like kind of on the same note that, like, I don't think that you're correctly understanding the story if he's like the hero of the story to you.
Yeah.
Like he's a villain. That's what he's for. And like same thing with Darth Vader. Like I think if Darth Vader is the hero of the story to you and he's like the main protagonist to you, then I just don't think you're correctly understanding the story.
You might have some issues, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. Or like the people too that like watch like Rick and Morty, and like Rick is like who they just like idolize from the show, and it's like, no, like he's not meant to be like a character that you should want to be.
Yeah.
But that's also what makes some of those characters so genius, is because they're not meant to be your role model, and they do a perfect job of it.
Well, no, there's a really interesting, there are like many psychologists that actually study Anakin and Vader, like realistically in the real world.
Yeah.
Actual licensed psychologists that study Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader.
Because honestly, I mean, I will just jump on this soapbox, not even just as a fan, but I really think just in general, I really think that Anakin / Vader is one of the most well-written stories ever.
Yeah.
I just really
How
do.
can you not?
Yeah.
How can you not?
I really like, there's not a single character that comes to mind from a fictional series that is written that well. I don't see anything wrong with it.
No.
Yep.
Back on track, though, one thing I liked from this episode was the guy, the stormtrooper that's launching mortars, is painted up differently than regular stormtroopers.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so glad that they're, and again, Dave Filoni, our Lord and Savior, praise be to Dave, that he's including those Clone Wars elements that, yes, there are stormtroopers, but there are also specialized units still.
Oh yeah, well, and it's kind of like how in your favorite movie Rogue One, we get the shore troopers and stuff like that. They're like, I love stuff like that. Yep.
I haven't done my yearly rewatch of Star Wars yet. I think I'm gonna save it for the new year.
Nice.
Rogue One isn't on that list.
Yeah. No, I know it. I know you're still resistant, but
I will always be resistant.
that's kind of what Rogue One's about. So.
Rebellion's a bad
I just had to stick you with that real quick. That's all.
But no, I also like seeing the ferocity of Boba Fett with the gaffy stick, and this was before Book of Boba Fett, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, this was the first time we had seen Boba in a long
Live
time.
action.
Yeah.
So trying to figure out why Boba Fett has a gaffy stick.
Yeah, honestly, whenever I was first watching it, I just thought maybe he just killed some Tusken Raiders and just took it or something. Just like he didn't have a weapon or whatever, he just stole one. But
No. Boba Fett's just him.
oh yeah, he's just the freaking man.
He really is. Mm-hmm. He went to the gym. He did some curls.
That's right. They called him Boba Fett. He didn't like that.
He called me Boba Fett. I didn't like that. Which, honestly, rewatching this episode, I don't get why they called him Boba Fett.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Like, I mean, he looks, and also too for his age, like he looks
good.
He looks in really good shape for a man in his, what is he, like probably 50? Maybe?
He's not a young man.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, I mean, he is a young man, but he's not like 20 or 30.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think he looks great. I hope I look like that when I'm 50.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I did watch, it was during a dry spell of Star Wars content where we weren't getting anything new. Mm-hmm. So I watched like the Behind the Mandalorian or whatever.
Oh, okay. I guess I've never seen that, but
I don't think that's its title, but it's like the behind the scenes, like directors type stuff. I really enjoy those. I've always watched them.
Oh yeah.
For like anything.
I even remember being a kid and like if a DVD had bonus features, and I was at your house, we were watching them. That's
Oh yeah, dude. Closed commentary.
Even as like little kids, I remember that. Like,
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. You got to understand so much more.
yeah.
But I watched that, and something cool about Tamara Morrison was whenever they were on set for this episode, Tamara Morrison was like, hey, we should introduce elements of the haka into Boba's fighting style with the gaffy stick.
That's
of his,
cool.
Yeah, because of his...
New Zealand heritage.
Yeah.
Maori. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, if there's anyone who listens to the show. But, The natives from New Zealand. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they introduced like elements of the haka into his fighting, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then also, too, isn't it this episode where he just launches a rocket and just murks like 4 or 5 dudes once he gets his armor back? Yeah, that's a classic. Love to see it.
What do you think about Fennec Shand being brought back as well?
I actually like her character a lot. I really enjoy her character in this show. The only thing, which I'm glad Book of Boba Fett actually explained this, was like whenever I was watching, I was like, dude, I thought she was like a goner.
Yeah.
You know? But she is not.
Well, something cool about her too, the actress for Fennec Shand, she's the only person that has played live action, animated. It's like 3 things. It's live action, animated, and something else. But she's like the only person to have ever done that. Because I think, I don't want to be wrong, I think she's also Mulan.
I believe that is correct, but we probably should Google it just to be sure.
Don't worry, I'll be Elijah this episode. Which I thought was kind of an interesting stat.
That is an interesting stat. I mean, because I can't really think of anyone else who does. I can think of some animation and live action people that do both.
Yeah, so she was Mulan.
But what's interesting too is that she also played the same character in both animation and live action. Not Mulan, but Fennec Shand. I mean, Fennec Shand's in Clone Wars, and she played her in Clone Wars and then played her in live action too.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That might be the 3 things. She played the same character through all 3 eras of Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, I could believe it.
Was that she was in Clone War? Well, she wasn't in Clone Wars. She was in Bad Batch, live action.
I thought she was in Clone Wars. Is there not an episode with her? Or is it just so. Bad Batch? Oh.
It might be. But she's in all 3 eras, I believe. It was something. Like, she's crossed all 3 platforms, and she was Mulan. She's, like, the only person to ever do those 3 things.
Mm-hmm. And also,
which is super cool.
Yeah, and she's really good. I honestly hope that she does more stuff.
Bing. Editor Elijah here. Y'all know I had to stop by and say hi at least once. So I think what Mac is talking about here is Fennec Shand's actress is one of the only actors to have acted in a Disney production, a Star Wars production, and a Marvel production.
Oh, this is also the first time we got to see the Dark Troopers, like, in action, right?
Yes. Yeah, they're hinted to.
Yeah, but this is the first time we get to see them, like, do anything.
Yeah, and that's also, too, like, just talking about that part. So we were talking about the fight with Boba Fett and the troopers and all that stuff, and then just all of a sudden, from what I remember anyway, all of a sudden, just a laser bolt comes out of nowhere and just blows up the ship. What's the ship's name?
Oh, the Razor Crest.
The Razor Crest. Thank you. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
This is the loss of the Razor Crest.
Mm-hmm. And also, it's like they're just, from what I remember, they're fighting, and then just all of a sudden the Razor Crest just poof, is gone.
Yeah.
Like Mando turns just in time to see it just explode.
How'd you feel about that? Because I really like the Razor Crest. I like the Razor Crest more than his modified N1.
I agree with that. Yeah, the Razor Crest, to me, I think fit his character more. And the reason I say that, especially fit his character at the time in the show chronologically. And I say that mostly just because, because in the N1, if he's a bounty hunter, where's he going to store the person? that he's capturing
Yeah.
in the N1, you know, and stuff like that. And also, like, where's he going to store his arsenal? Where's he going to store this and that? So that's why, like, the Razor Crest, I think, made a lot of sense.
I've never thought of that. His new starfighter is kind of a representation of who he is now.
Yeah, because I mean, like, he can't be a bounty hunter anymore in that thing, or at least not a very good one if he can't even capture people in the N1. So
yeah,
instead he's just chilling with his homie Grogu.
I've never thought of that before.
I just thought of it now. I mean, it's not like I'm just making this stuff up, you know, and thinking about it for a long time. It just occurred to me. I don't know.
You're a genius, Tuck. Don't ever let anybody tell you different.
Not even you later.
No.
Don't even let you tell that.
No.
Cool.
I was really sad to lose the Razor Crest, though, because I love it. I love the Razor Crest.
It's one of my favorite ships. I really like it too.
I think it's because it's built like a dumpster, and we just have a love for dumpsters here on the show.
We do. I'm a little jealous. I wish that our dumpster was that cool. But also, though, we get Yariel Poof sticking his head out with a fishbowl, and that's pretty funny.
That's true. We do have that. I like how the Beskar spear survived, though, too. That was cool.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Like, even though the ship got glassed. And then I think it's toward the end of the scene. If this is the right episode, I have to be 100% honest. I only got to watch like half of the episode. Okay, it is the right scene. I only got to watch half the episode because Elijah and I were trying to fix computer problems with me.
Yep.
But it's where Boba is showing Mando that the armor belongs to him. And you find out that Jango was a foundling and that he fought in the Mandalorian Civil Wars.
So the Mandalorian Civil Wars, I believe that's a callback to the Bounty Hunter game, if I remember correctly.
Which isn't canon anymore.
Well, I know that, but I thought that was really cool. Because from what I remember of the Bounty Hunter game, I believe you fight in the Mandalorian Civil War in that game.
I don't think you do.
Or it's starting, because there's that one guy that turns on everybody. Is that not the start of the Civil War?
The Jango game only
That's
covers...
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the Jango game only covers him being recruited by Darth Tyrannus.
But there's that other... Maybe those are flashbacks. I don't know, man. It's been so long since I played that game. I played it on GameCube when we were kids. Was the last time I played it.
Same. Maybe I'll stream it on my Twitch stream. Follow me. Elijah will link it down below.
I was gonna say, I will forewarn you. I have heard that it did not age well at all.
No.
I've heard it's incredibly hard to play on a port.
No, years ago, whenever I got my PS4, I got like the Star Wars package because Battlefront, I can't remember if it was 1 or 2, was coming out, and I got like that package. It must have been Battlefront 1. I'm pretty sure it was. But I got like the Battlefront 1, like PS4 that came with Battlefront and all that stuff. And it also came with a code to like all the classic like Star Wars games. Like I got Star Wars Pod Racer, incredible game. Used to play it on the Nintendo 64. Highly recommend.
Oh yeah, Pod Racer, yeah.
Yep. And then I believe Bounty Hunter was on there as well. And I tried to play it and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It was just so clunky.
Yeah, well, I remember too as kids, I'm pretty sure too I never even finished that game.
Probably not.
I don't remember ever finishing it, because also I think it went down in history as being really hard, and I am not a good video game player, and I definitely wasn't as a child, so I highly doubt I was able to finish it.
You want to take another weird stroll?
Sure.
You want to know what I remember about video games from your house?
What's that?
You had the Godzilla game. It
Oh,
was like
yeah.
Mortal Kombat. That game was sick.
It's like King of Monsters or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That game is sick.
I still remember that too, and you're like fighting like in Tokyo, and like one person is one monster and you're the other monster. Yeah.
That game is sick.
That was sick. Dude, they should do another one with Godzilla, you know, them making all the new ones. They should make a new game like that. That'd be sick.
Hey, you heard it here first.
Also, too, they should make it where you can play, like, online. Dude, I'd play with you on that.
No, I won't play fighting games with you because you cheat.
I don't cheat. I just learn combos and then I just memorize them.
Yeah, cheater.
That's not cheating. That's just playing the game.
You find the one game-breaking combo that you can't deflect or block or interrupt, and then you use it for the entire match.
A lot of that's just straight button mashing, though. Very little research goes into that.
Yeah, so there was the Godzilla game, right? And then the other game that we always played. Well, I guess there was two. The Sonic game. I don't remember which Sonic game.
Oh, yeah. It's Sonic Heroes.
Yeah, because you had like a team. Like you could be a team.
Yeah.
And we would all take turns playing that. And then, do you remember you had this? It was a disc. It was on the GameCube, and it had a bunch of games on it. And one of them was Star Wars. And it was the Hoth level, and we couldn't figure out how to get into the AT-AT to destroy it as Luke.
Yep. Yeah, my mom used
It was for your birthday.
Yeah, my mom used to like buy these demo packs. I don't think they make them anymore, but like there would be like this GameCube game that would have like one level of like 16 games on it. And I'm pretty sure it was one of those.
Yeah, I think it was. That may have been why we couldn't pass the level.
Just because then the demo would be over.
Yeah, we reached the end of the demo, but yeah, it was cool. That was a cool game, man. We played that.
I don't even remember what that game's called. Which Star Wars game that is, yeah.
Who knows? But we played that and we couldn't figure out the levels, so we decided as children, it was for your birthday, I remember. We went into your living room and we had pizza and we decided to watch Empire Strikes Back on VHS to try to figure out if we could watch the movie, if we could figure out how to play the game.
We just need the hints.
Yeah, we just need the hints, man.
Also, too, they would never make a video game not exactly like a movie.
Never.
Oh my gosh. Yep. That's good times.
Great times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the Dark Troopers. Why does that sound wrong? Pretty sure it's Dark Troopers, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay. For some reason I was thinking like, no, it's Death Troopers. No, it's not. It's I was one of those things. Also, too, I just one last comment on them. I just really like them. I mean, I just think that I think we really need some aggressive, scary-looking cyborg things in Star Wars, and they do a great job. I like them.
Yeah, R.I.P. General Grievous.
R.I.P. He was a real one.
Yo, have you ever heard General Grievous's like actual name?
It's in the Lego Star Wars Halloween special.
Yeah.
But I can't remember it.
It's crazy. I can't pronounce it, but such a cool name.
Vinny pronounces it.
Well, Vinny is, above everyone.
It's true. He's him. He and Tamora Morrison are him.
I went to the gym. I did some curls.
They called me Boba Fett. I didn't like that.
They called me Boba Fett. I didn't like that. See, tomorrow, this is why you need to come back. I can't even do your voice anymore.
Dude, if he listens to our show, I'm going to be elated.
We'll make it one day, my friend.
Please, Tamora, if you're out there, listen to our show. We like you a lot. We're your fan club.
Come on back tomorrow. We want you back.
Also, too, hey, man, if you ever want to talk and you don't even want to talk about Star Wars, that's fine. I just want to talk to you. I just think you're cool.
I'll just listen to tomorrow talk.
I just think you're a cool guy. I mean, you could just tell us a story about walking your dog, and I'll be very impressed. So
yeah, just tell us stories about New Zealand.
Yeah, man, I'm all about it. And then maybe one day we could go visit.
Dude, we have to, for the pod, like on the list of things to do for the pod, we have to go, even though it's California, we have to go to California to visit and go through the redwoods and reenact Jedi.
Yep. Which I have been there, but I was 7, so it's been a long time.
Yeah, so, we got to get the boys. We got to get, coordinate flights, get a van, and go to California to do the Redwoods.
Yep.
Rancho Obi-Wan, because it's the largest, collection of Star Wars items in the world.
I love
And
it.
we gotta go to Skywalker Ranch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to do that for sure. And then also, too, with New Zealand, seeing all the Lord of the Rings stuff there would be pretty sick.
Yeah, we gotta walk the Lord of the Rings trail to Mordor.
And see our main man, Tamora.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm down for all of it. It's going to be a good time. Don't know when we're going to do it, but it's going to be a good time.
But we're going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Man, Elijah's going to have such a great time with this.
Hey, man, I think we did a pretty good job. We talked about the episode, and we got some other stuff in there, too. I don't know why anyone wouldn't be super entertained by this.
I think whenever it's a Mac and Tuck episode, our listeners, once they realize that it's just me and you, they relax. They sit down in their chairs. Whenever it's just you and I, it's kind of like you sit down with a nice glass of brandy or something, and you just listen to the tales.
Something
You
heavy.
swish your glass around like this. Imagine, because we're an audio-only podcast for most of the time, but I have a nice glass of brandy in my hand, and I'm just swishing it around in a nice leather chair.
We're like ASMR for your brain.
Yeah.
You and I.
Yeah.
Yep. We add
Do you have anything
wrinkles
else
to your brain.
for the episode, my friend?
No, man. No, I'm good. I'm cool.
All right, well, thank you, everybody, for listening. This has been the Animal Squadron podcast. If you'd like to be a part of the conversation, you can email us at animalsquadron@gmail.com. Again, that's animalsquadron@gmail.com. Who knows if we check the email? I definitely don't. That's Elijah's job. But he's
I don't
not
even have
here.
access.
Tug doesn't even have access, and he's been on more episodes than me, so that just goes to show you. But no, we would like you to email us. We'd love to take some questions. We haven't got any in a while. I think that's why we stopped checking. But no, seriously, email us, review us, wherever you're listening to us. I don't know where we post, because Elijah's not here, but I think we post on everything. So that's cool.
Look us up on everything.
Yeah, look us up on everything. I'm streaming on Twitch now. Elijah will link me below. Elijah streams on Twitch and YouTube and TikTok and anywhere you can stream. And our good friend, the Suited Bird, is a YouTuber and streams as well. We stream together. Follow him too.
And I'm just a guy.
And Tug is just our guy. But no, hope you had a happy Halloween. Hope you tuned into that episode. We have a full catalog. Go listen to those if you haven't yet.
And that's what's up. Also, too, if you are checking out our stuff, if you would leave us a review, we would really appreciate it.
Yeah. And one day Lowtech Tuck will be streaming somewhere.
Don't know about that, but you may occasionally catch me on any of the aforementioned names streams, because sometimes I will play with them.
Lowtech Tuck coming 2025.
We'll find out.
Well, thanks everybody, and see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Adios.